It's for prosperity healing. Now, to give it some context, a lot of people are on the spiritual path. They have good intentions, good hearts, empty pockets. A lot of us have that perception that spirituality and material wealth don't work together. But in reality, they're two sides of the same coin. I know some of you have heard this. The ones who are just joining us, that's always been the conflict in our heads. And I say us because I grew up that way. You always hear stories in church of the poor guy going to heaven, he's a heavenly dude. And the other guy, the rich guy, is barbecuing in hell. Right? You always hear that. And so you always hear of stories where what do you call this? The underdog, right? The less fortunate is always the poor guy. And the guy that's rich is always like, oh, he's lucky and all that stuff. And then the story always unfolds that the rich guy loses money or something bad happens and then the poor guy becomes the holy person, the star of the movie. Well, guess what? You see that enough times, and enough stories of those are told to you, it creates thought forms, and you've heard me say this so many times. This is the theme of your life. Our thoughts, our words, our energies, our speech, our emotions, these are all frequencies of energy that affect every part of our life. The easiest way I can explain it is something like this. It's kind of stupid, but it works. If you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you don't keep wiping the mirror and then putting makeup on the mirror. You put it on your face. Right? So most people, since they're not aware of the inner worlds, they're not aware there's just such a thing as the inner world is reflected out to the physical world. So we've just been trained in school and life to just take care of the outer world and not being aware of the inner world. Right? The inner world is the stuff that you don't see. So the thoughts, the emotions, all these things, they just say, oh, that's part of psychology. And then you just be more positive thinking. First of all, I remember when I was in Greece, psychology, psyche, means soul. So oftentimes people think psychology is the study of emotions and behavior, but in the deepest sense, it's the study of the soul. That's what psychology really is. And if you were to try to understand it in a bigger context, psychology is the study of the soul on how it controls its vehicles. The study of the charioteer, the driver, and how this guy is driving the chariot being drawn by horses. The physical, emotional, and mental horses. Got it? So, when it comes to everything in our lives, basically, as the Lord Buddha said, everything starts with your mind. The way you think will affect how you feel, will affect the way you speak, talk, the way you act, right? So same thing with your finances. I'm just here, I'm blessed enough that I'm here with Tony Robbins. He's having this great, mind-blowing event on finance. And I'm sitting there I'm going, I need a bigger brain, okay? And I look at it, a big part of it, he says, what did he say? 80% is psychology, 20% is mechanics. You want to be prosperous? 80% psychology, 20% mechanics. I'm going, whoa. I know a lot of people who have many degrees, well educated. They know what to do. They have the mechanics down. That's great. I'm for it. How about the psychology part? And that's what he said. That's where a lot of people fail. They can't direct their minds. They cannot control their emotions. So when something happens to the market, they panic, they jump, they lose money. It's just like, how many months ago there was a drop in the stock market. I distinctly remember that. I was telling my family members, a few of our employees who've taken Tony Robbins events. I told them, don't move. Don't move. Because a lot of people are panicking, right? They start selling stocks. They go, oh, the market's crashing. And all that. So those people that didn't listen, well, guess what? It did plunge. So we became, remember, were not able to control their psychology. The soul lost control of their emotions. So they sold. Well, eventually what? 2-3 days later, took off like a rocket. So the key is regulate your emotions, regulate your thoughts. Now, it's understandable that people react that way because, again, a lot of us grew up with subconscious poverty thoughts and emotions, either self-generated or generated by the people before us. Like I remember growing up, my parents were very thrifty because they came from a difficult life. And we go into the movies, normally you want to go popcorn and soda and all that stuff. We brought our own food in. We hired the least. Well, no, because it's so expensive. A lot of times the food is more expensive than the ticket, which is true because that's how they make money. The movie theaters, that's how they make money from the concessions, the food, right? So we grew up that way, like, okay, count every dime. Well, in the Philippines, it's centavos. So we grew up that way. Even though after our finances improved, that mindset was still there. Now, it's good because it prevents us from being stupid, because I've seen people go the other direction. They were not doing well financially. When things finally took off, the stupid mind took control and started spending left and right. And you hear this, don't get me started. I'll share something with you. Some of them go, yeah, I have so much prosperity consciousness. If I truly have prosperity consciousness, even if I empty my bank account, I have prosperity consciousness, it'll all come back to me. That's why you're stupid, dead broke. I'm actually seeing people like that. It's like, I'm going. I know another person that says, what do you say? Oh, don't ever watch your budget. No need to watch your budget. Don't look at your expenses. Just make more. Now, that's very positive thinking. That's great and wonderful. But if you spend everything dry, there's nothing left. There's always lag time. Even if you have prosperity consciousness, there's lag time from the inner world to the outer world. And some of these people I know, they're in trouble. You get my point? So the key here is to really, what the Lord Buddha said, right viewpoint. Okay, that's one of the reasons why the 7-day purification, when we talk about the Eightfold Path, the most important one is right viewpoint. The ability to assess, to carefully observe what's going on, correct interpretation, and then you say, okay, based on what I see here, these are the kind of thoughts I should have every day. These are the emotions, these are the speech, these are the actions I should have. So poverty consciousness, oftentimes it's subconscious. It's something that we had in the past. Okay, so the trick is simple. It's actually quite simple. First, I know you're going to be so tired of me saying this over and over again. The first thing is to identify it simply as energy. Any tendencies we have, happy, sad, angry, positive thinking, negative thinking, whatever, all those are simply frequencies of energy generated by the soul. If you start that as your fundamental premise, you're already way ahead of the game compared to the general public. Because most people are puppets to their circumstances. They're puppets to what's happening outside. True? Now, in your case, and we have to keep reminding you, every time we meditate, we do a practice, you're probably so tired of hearing this, I am the soul. I create these thoughts, I create these emotions. I create these thoughts and emotions. Whether they're good, they're wonderful, they're great, or they're dumb. I made it. But you see, again, that's where the beauty and the power really is. Since I have this realization, certainty that I created it, so if I don't want it, I just say, stop creating the dumb thing. And then, what do I want? That's what I create. Do you realize how powerful that is? Some of you, I think, getting an aha moment. Some of you go, I heard it 1,000 times. The question is, how's your life? If it's still a mess, you didn't hear me. Clear? So the key, again, the key is to be able to observe. For example, you're walking down the street and you see a sign that irritates the heck out of you, right? You see a sign or you see somebody said something nasty, whatever, anything. The default for most of us, me included, is like, oh, you react, right? Here's the beauty of the whole thing. The more we do our meditation and spiritual practice, I start noticing, well, when I say I've started noticing a while, because hopefully I've learned a little bit more than you have, right? Because my teachers pounded that enough in my head. I remember oftentimes I was about to react, and then part of me, that microsecond, goes, step back. These are not my thoughts. These are not the emotions I want. This is the old emotions I used, the old pattern I used to create in this situation, but that's not me anymore. That's not the I. So when somebody said something, I would observe. And part of me say, okay, that person's trying to insult me. This would be, if I respond or react, then this thing will escalate and it goes nowhere and might cause something bad to happen. The proper response is to act dumb, like, One. Another proper response would be, excuse me. Could be, maybe this person's not talking to me, or just simply ignore them. You see the difference? By having that realization that you control your thoughts, your emotions, your words, everything else in between, you get to have the opportunity to choose your response. And some of you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you're in a big argument, supposed to be an argument, and you're watching. You're watching the person say this, and you watch you watch your mouth say something, and then you're already like 5 steps ahead, like playing chess. You're already playing, okay, if I say this, they say that, they're going to get pissed off, and I'm going to say this, da, 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 da. You play the whole time, it's going through your head, and you go, the appropriate thing to do is say, honey, I'm sorry, it was my mistake. Even though it's not. I know, you guys, some of you are going crazy already. Just listen to me. Because you already saw the chess game going. Boom, 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 boom. In the end, that person's emotionally upset. You're not. But no matter how much you try to explain the logic, they're functioning in the emotional world, you're functioning in the mental world. It's like 2 different languages. So you thought about it, you go, okay, this is dumb. No matter how much you explain it, since the person is not understanding their feeling, the key is to calm their emotions down first. And the smart thing to do is just say, I'm sorry, I apologize. Let's talk about this another time. It's my fault that I wasn't listening or whatever. Right? It's entirely up to you. But the thing is, by just being aware, the thing calmed down. Compared to before, well, some of you know, oh yeah, or this, oh yeah, how dare you say that to me? Oh, yeah. All it is was, who forgot to put the cap on the toothpaste cap on the toothpaste? That's all it started and became World War III. Sounds familiar? That's what happens. Now, since we're supposed to talk about poverty consciousness, let's deal with that part. Same thing. A certain business opportunity comes up. A person's come tell you, hey, if you go with me for how many hours per week, we're going to do this job. It's legal, huh? You're going to do something, you're going to make a little bit more money, and with that money, or this is a good investment, whatever it is. All right? Now, in the past, because of some poverty consciousness, or you've been burned before, you go, I don't know, man, nothing I've touched before financially has ever worked, and this is probably a scam, whatever. All these go through your head. So those thought forms already put a big cement block, concrete block in front of you that you don't even move forward. Now, granted, it's possible that it might not have worked out. But it's also possible that could be a massive financial breakthrough for you. Either way, you never get to find out because you created your own cement block in front of you. Sounds familiar? You see, a lot of it really starts with identifying these limiting beliefs we have, which are thought forms, disintegrating it. After you disintegrate it, then you say, okay, now in my mind, my emotions are clear. What do I want? That's what you create. That's what you manufacture in your consciousness. Simple. Delete old stuff, install new stuff. Cannot simplify it even more. Now you understand the concept and the why, the purpose. Let's go to the technique. Because without technique, anybody can say anything. So what we want to do now is actually practice. I hope you have a bucket of salt water. That I've told you guys that a long time ago, every time we do emotional healing. But if you don't, I want you to visualize a beautiful, I forget the beautiful, I'm just trying to make you happy, a really bright violet fire next to you. Sometimes you have to make it like really flowery so people go, oh, just do it. Violet fire next to you. Go. Visualize a big violet, violet. Violet fire, maybe about 2-3 feet high. Really high, very bright. Now put your hand like this. All right? Okay, so like that. So I want you to put your hand if you visualize the fire here next to you, I want you to put your hand above the floor where you did not visualize the fire. I just want to give you a comparison, okay? You visualize fire in one part, another part there's no fire. Okay, I want you to, Instagram you cannot see it. So let's say this is where I visualize the fire, there's no fire here. I'm going to put my hand here and just try to feel what the ground feels like, and then slide my hand over where I visualize the fire. If you're sensitive, again, every person's different level of sensitivity. If you're sensitive, you might have noticed the area you visualize fire, you might feel, some people actually feel heat, or at least you feel a something, right? That's how powerful your thoughts are. And that's the beauty in pranic healing. Not everybody's expected to see energy. But 97% of the people can feel energy. The other 10% is like me, but hey, eventually I felt, so none of you have an excuse, because a lot of you are already very intuitive, empathic, sensitive. I don't know what other adjective. You get the point. I was on the other end of the spectrum, numb. So you guys should be able to feel something. Guys ready? So if you're sensitive, you should feel a fire or at least a sensation. If not, visualize the fire more, because that fire is utilized to disintegrate these negative thoughts we're going to pull out of you. Now, obviously, I can teach the whole class in like 30 minutes, but at least we'll give you the key concepts so you can benefit from it. Prosperity consciousness is located in certain chakras in your body, and so is poverty consciousness. So since we're trying to purge poverty consciousness, let's tell you exactly where they are. The main one that they're located is in your basic chakra. Okay? The next one is in your solar plexus, ajna, and throat. So ajna, throat, solar plexus, and basic. Usually that's where they're stored. How do we know? Number one, my teacher did the research for who knows how many decades already. With every element, every emotional, physical imbalance, there's certain energy patterns. When he started doing research for people who have lack of productivity, lack of self-worth, that's why they produce. These are the places that they're stored. And then to this time, when we do healing on people, when people come in for prosperity healing or healing, financial healing, so on, whatever term you want to use, those are the same chakras we start pulling this crap out of them. Okay? So, we're going to do that technique now. And in the Prosperity Zen introductory class, which is free, you can go to magical.org, we actually did some scanning. And we'll do that now. So press the center of your palm. Just visualize you're looking at your own back. Okay? Your basic chakras here is like a flower facing towards you from your butt. Okay? Or I know some of you in the UK, bum. All right? So put your hand like this. Okay, Instagram, you can't see it. So you basically bring your hands out and just try to feel, say, my prosperity energy level. So before your two hands touch, I want you to gauge if you feel something between your hands. That's your baseline measurement. Okay? Now, some people, and some of you asked me about this, can use your wallet. So what we did in the Prosperity Zen introductory class is, for example, if this is your wallet, you just put your wallet, let's say, on the surface, wherever it is, and you take your hand, you start from afar, and you say prosperity energy, and you come down before you touch, see if you feel something. You can do that too, if you want to. Now, the question is, why does this principle work? Your basic chakra generates lots of energy, okay? Now, this basic chakra is connected to your wallet, energetically connected, not physically. So, when your basic chakra shrinks, the energy, prosperity energy going to your wallet also shrinks, and vice versa. Now, the question is, why did I even have you scan the wallet if it's the same thing with your butt? I mean, your basic. Because a lot of you who are new, you need that certainty. I don't know about this basic chakra thing, but if you see your wallet, okay, that's where I have money. Okay, that's real. That little bit of certainty for a lot of people helps them scan. Okay? Or you just do the exercise and observe how you feel about certain ideas about money then and now. Okay? So, go ahead and scan your basic chakra, say my prosperity energy level, and or scan your wallet. Okay, whatever you feel. Now don't go, I'm not sure, yeah, kind of, maybe. No, as soon as you feel something, stop. That's your baseline. You don't want to get your mind into it. You just want to go purely by what you sense. Okay? That's part one. Part two. I want you to think, or I want you to recall anything about money that might be hindering your success. Any limiting beliefs. For example, you're thinking, oh, you might not have enough savings account in your savings account, or you don't know where money's going to come for whatever project you have, or your overall perception of how your finances are. We just want to get a before reading and then after. Okay? Now, you're not doing this for me. You're doing it for yourself. So be honest with yourself. How do I feel about money? How do I feel about my financial future? How do I feel about, the opportunities coming up? Just ask those few questions, whatever questions you think is relevant. I want you to be honest with yourself. How do I feel about it? Now, if you want to be more structured, you can say 10, I feel great about it, 0, no. Okay? We just need something before and after comparison. So if you have the salt water, you don't need the violet fire. But since we forgot to tell you, and some of you forgot, just visualize the violet fire for the ones who don't have it. Come on, go. Come up with something. We need to have a before and after comparison. That's why I'm having you do this. Okay, got it? So here's what we're going to do. Now, this is going to be really strange. And I know the ones who are new, they're going to find this really wild. But it is what it is. This poverty consciousness is not just the thoughts we create. They are not just the thoughts we created today or this lifetime. Remember, the soul is immortal. The body is like the shell. The soul uses to move around in the earthly life. Make sense? So the emotions and thoughts that are created could have been created this lifetime or previous one. So this morning, I kind of preface it by saying what we're going to work on tonight is the release of poverty consciousness thoughts, and more importantly, past life vows of poverty. Okay? Now some of you go, what the heck is that? So if you look at the nation of Israel in the Old Testament, I hope I got this right, 12 tribes, right? You have 12 tribes, 12 tribes, okay, 12 tribes of Israel. And you have the tribe of Levi, the tribe of priests. They don't work. Everybody else, all the other tribes, tied to them, give them money. They just do the spiritual work, right? You go to a Native American village, the shaman, he or she is in charge of doing the rituals, the ritual cleansing, the blessing, whatever that shaman does. They don't work, everybody else contribute. Make sense? A lot of you know of monks, priests, priestesses, they don't work. I mean, they work. They work at the temple or wherever the place of worship, but they don't actually get a salary. So how do they live? People donate. So for a lot of people, that concept is actually the concept of what is called the vow of poverty. But in reality, it's not the vow of poverty. It's not like they want to be poor. It's actually the vow of specialization. In other words, they just do spiritual work, period. Nothing to do with money. It's up to the rest of the community to support them. Now, a lot of you were monks, priests, priestesses. That's why even though the stuff I'm sharing with you is new, some of you go, it feels familiar. Right? Or you read some spiritual book, you go, yeah, this resonates with me. How the heck is it going to resonate with you if there's nothing in you? Think about it. If you need to have something resonate, there has to be something there. Like tuning forks. This one is this frequency, ding. This one's like, zzz. That means there's something there for this to resonate. How could you read something, wow, this resonates with you? Hello, there has to be something within you. There has to be lessons you've already learned before. Are you getting the aha moment there? You go, oh yeah, huh? Exactly. How much did you pay for this event? Nothing. I didn't charge you anything for it. So you better listen. Okay? Jeez. Some of your comments that I read, I go, anyway. Anyway, as the Lord Jesus said, I did not come for the ones who are healthy. I come for the ones who are sick. So if all of us are saints, then there's no need for spiritual teachings. So listen. these thoughts and emotions we generated before. There's no point in sitting, well, I didn't have that, whatever. You just assume you have it. We're going to scrape it out anyway. So what's the worst thing could happen? Nothing. Best thing could happen, you take off like a rocket. Okay? So stop complaining. You see people that, I think I should charge you guys so that you guys will pay more attention. Anyway, so the way we're going to do this is as simple as this. Poverty consciousness related to past life, poverty consciousness is located in your basic chakra, in your butt. Okay? So that basic chakra is where these things are lodged. So over many lifetimes, as you go through pain or as you learn certain lessons, they are released. So in order to release them, you have to have learned experience through pain or somehow deep realization like, oh, I have that big project to feed all these hungry people. So I really need to get my act straight. So when my finances are straight, that conversation you had in your head, that old poverty conscious thought form comes out like that. So that's one way. Now, that takes a long time, and for most people, it comes through discomfort and pain. Now, since you guys are super duper smart, you're more advanced, we'll do the energetic technique and the realization technique, both. So we start with dealing with it energy. Okay, it's in the basic chakra. You just call it out. Anyway, we'll go to the technique. After we call it out, we'll heal the chakra, and then we'll also do certain meditation to flood it with prosperity energy. That's that. Simple. Okay? We call this spiritual engineering. It's not one of those, I'll do it if I feel like it. No, it has to be structured, systematic technique. So have your violet fire there. Let's ask for blessings first to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. To my beloved and respected teacher, Grandmaster Chokoksi, who taught me everything, thank you. To Mahaguji Meli and all the higher beings, thank you for divine light, divine love, divine guidance, help, and protection. Thank you all for your immense blessings. In full faith, so be it. Okay, you ready? So, let's start again, just to get started, because some of you just joined us. Scan your basic chakra. Visualize you're looking at your own back. Say my prosperity energy level. Just kind of feel. Again, some of you are going to be more sensitive than others. If you don't know what I'm talking about, find the nearest pranic healing center in your area, in your city, your country. Go take a class either face-to-face or I don't think anybody's doing it virtual. Oh, self-healing, they are. Go take the class so you know what I'm talking about. But the rest of you, just try to feel. Say my basic center. Okay? My prosperity center. Good. Now, if some of you want to, you have your wallet. Have your wallet next to you somewhere. Raise your hand above. Slowly come down without looking at your wallet. Slowly come down. Say prosperity energy level of my wallet. Now slowly come down. Before your hand touches, see if you feel something. So these are your baseline measurements. Okay? Now, we're not going to stop there. The more of this that we can have as a starting point, the better the experiment. Next, I want you to think of certain feelings, ideas about money, about your future, about your finances, about a project. You have different circumstances, so pick something. Okay? We just want to compare, like for example, now, okay, how do I feel about my income right now? Some of you might be worried. Now, after the technique, you're going to check yourself again. Am I more worried or I feel better? You see what I'm saying? You have to have a comparison. Okay, go. Just pick 2 or 3. Anyway, we're leaving these videos online so you can, redo the technique again. It's just I have to explain it in context so you're not blindly following. All right, let's do this. You ready? Visualize your violet fire. Okay. Visualize you're looking at your own back. We're going to focus on the basic chakra. All right, put your hand like this. Like, if this is your butt, this is that's your bum. Put your hand like this, like you're visualizing, okay? There are many ways to do this. This is the oversimplified method, so all of you, with or without energy background, can do this. So put your hand like this. Okay, go like this first, get a feel of it. See if you feel something. Okay, maybe yes, maybe no. All right, verbally repeat after me, okay? Don't change the words. Say, my basic chakra. I am the soul. I am power. All lingering energies from previous vows of poverty come out to my hands now. So be it. Okay, just be still. Okay. Anybody feel something? Let's keep going. My basic chakra, I am the soul. I decree, release all energies from previous vows of poverty into my hand now. So be it. I am the soul. I am power. All lingering energies of previous vows of poverty come out to my hands right now. I will it. So be it. Okay, just wait. Feel something? You go like this. Anyway, I feel like, all right. Okay, you see that violet fire of yours? Mine's over there. Okay. Actually, I have the ocean over there, so I'm going to dump it over there. Okay, ready? Throw it. Throw it into the fire, or if you have salt, throw it in there. Say, disintegrate, cut. Okay, again, put your hand like this. This is going to be a long night for some of you. No, I'm kidding. Okay, go. Say, my basic chakra. I, the soul, command you. Release all lingering energies from previous vows of poverty now. I decree it, so be it. Now just wait. So be it. Say it again. I decree all lingering or all remaining energies of previous vows of poverty in my basic chakra come out now. I, the soul, decree it. So be it. Okay, pull it out. Hold on to it. Weigh it. Okay, go like this. Kind of press it. Anybody feel like a spongy, heavy feeling? Okay. Throw it to your fire. My ocean is over there. Disintegrate, disintegrate, cut. Whew. Okay. We're going to do this. Remember the power of rituals. If you joined us for the Power Prosperity Zen, which is still available, we do this. Okay? 7 times. Put your hand like this. My basic chakra. Release all energies from previous vows of poverty now to my hand. So be it. Okay, feel that? Some of you can actually feel it oozing out, right? Okay, pull it out. Throw it to your salt water, your fire, or wherever. Disintegrate. Cut. Whew. I think that's 3 times, right? Okay, again. My basic chakra, I, the soul, command you. Release all lingering poverty into my hands now. So be it. I know it sounds weird, like you're talking to your bum. Well, that's what it is. So I say, get out. So be it. Okay, scrape it out a little bit. Throw it. Disintegrate. Or if your fire is here, throw it in the fire seed. Visualize it disintegrating. Come on. 5th time. Go. I am the soul. Basic chakra. I command you to release all lingering energies of previous vows of poverty. Come out to my hands now. So it is. Okay, yank it out. Pull. Throw it to your salt water or fire. Disintegrate. Cut. That's 5, right? 2 more. Come on. My basic chakra. I am the soul. I am power. I decree that you release all lingering, remaining energies from previous vows of poverty into my hands right now. So be it. Any poverty consciousness, energies, or thoughts come out to my hands now. I, the soul, decree it. Okay, pull it out. Throw. Disintegrate. And last one. My basic chakra. I am the soul. I am power. I command you. Release all remaining thoughts, emotions, energies, poverty, consciousness, frequencies, energies, tendencies from any previous vows of poverty into my hands now. So be it. All of it. Feel it getting heavier and heavier? Exactly. Now just scrape it out. Okay, before you get rid of it in the fire or in the salt water, try to feel it. Stick, right? Okay. Okay, fire, water, whatever you have. I have salt water out there, huge, ginormous ocean. Disintegrate. And wash your hands if you know how. Whew. Okay. I know this sounds gross, just like energetic diarrhea. It just seems to come from the same similar part of your anatomy, but this time energy. Okay. Sorry, I have to be serious. Okay, now, Usually when we do this, and the one in Prosperity Zen, we did this, that's part of the download you have this week, okay? But we go in depth. Okay, listen, the rest of you, it's like this. When we do this, many people feel like oh man, I feel drained. That's normal, okay? Because these things are like attached to your chakra web and attached to the chakras. So it releases gradually for most people, gradually, over a period of 10, 5, 10 years, 20 years, whatever, lifetime. I don't know about you, but I don't have that much patience. Who wants to wait for this emotional, energetic crap to come out on its own and wait for my life to get better when I can go in and shovel it out? So of course, when you pull it out that fast in such short of a time, it's a forced technique. Yes, it's not a natural technique. It's that type of technique, okay? So again, if you guys don't like that, go somewhere else. Here, we don't wait. So when you do that, sometimes you feel like it's good. But the good news is this. Let me explain this again. This is a chakra. It's like a wheel, like a propeller. When you have a lot of this old stuff stuck inside, it's hard to spin. Get it? That's why it's small. That's why I have less energy. But as soon as you remove it, okay, before I do this, a lot of people say, oh, but I want to make more prosperous. Let me put more prosperity energy, affirmation, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you keep stuffing in, but all the crap is still inside. You might temporarily force it to spin faster, but it's not sustainable until you remove the old limiting energies. And that's what we kind of did today. I mean, it's not just a one-time thing, you know. Look, we just did that for 15 minutes. You've probably been doing that for 20 lifetimes. Not realistic that you shovel everything out in 15 minutes. So you might have to repeat it a few times, okay? Anyway, so after you remove it, this thing actually breathes faster. It can spin faster now, and since it's made of energy, that's why it gets wider and bigger. Now, we did not put any energy in, right? So I want you to put your hand like this. You remember what it felt like earlier before we did this. So spread your hands. Say my basic chakra prosperity energy level. Slowly come in. Before your two hands cross or touch, do you feel a difference in the width? Bigger, right? So how could something get stronger by taking stuff out of it? Because cleansing and charging or energizing are two sides of the same coin. But the syntax or the sequence is critical. You don't want to put stuff in before you take the blockage out. Is that simple enough? That's that. Now, we have to energize it with prosperity energy. How do I do this in this short of a time? Okay, anyway, I'll do it for you. You just listen. Put your tongue on your palate. Scan your basic chakra. Just put your hand there. Say my prosperity energy. My basic chakra. Om Mahalakshmi Vidmahe Vishnu Priyaye Dimahi Tanno Lakshmi Pachodayat. Om Mahalakshmi Vidmahe Vishnu Priyaye Dimahi Tanno Lakshmi Pachodayat. Om Mahalakshmi Vidmahe Vishnu Priyaye Dimahi Tanno Lakshmi Pachodayat. Om Mahalakshmi Vidmahe Vishnu Priyaye Dimahi Tanno Lakshmi Pachodayat. Om Tatastu. Cut. Okay. Anything happen to your basic chakra? So that's the Lakshmi Gayatri mantra. Anyway, I did not invent it. It's been around for thousands of years. That mantra triggers prosperity energy within you. Okay? So if you scan, how does it feel? It feels like, you go, that's what happens. Now, before we do the meditation, remember I asked you to think of certain projects, certain thoughts, and worries, or whatever that you had before? Now be honest, you're not doing this for me, it's for you. Compare to what it is now with earlier. How's that feel? Give me some comments if you can, or type it in. I'll read it after this thing. I can't read while I do this at the same time. Anybody notice, like, yeah, I don't even doubt it anymore. For me, it's like neutral. Or I feel hopeful. Usually that's what we hear. Because you know why? In the absence of all these limiting beliefs, it feels like your aura, your chakras can breathe. Oh, by the way, prana in India oftentimes called life's breath. The only problem is they always think it's about spirituality, or healing, they don't realize prana permeates every part of your life. Your health, your relationships, your finances, your spirituality. Okay? Alrighty. And also, to talk about spirit. Oh yeah, I'm a spiritual person. Spirit is, I think is, in Latin is breath. So breath, prana, something similar there. Okay, let's do our meditation. Okay, anyway, if you want more of this, next Friday, when we do our meditation, we'll do this prosperity healing again. In the meantime, I'll leave this here online so you can keep practicing as much as you like. And I've seen people have their lives radically changed just by this. Because of this, they change the way they think, the way they act, the way they feel. And some people, just by removing that negative energy from the basic chakra from before, they start attracting clients, they start attracting, money, opportunities, get a raise, business, whatever, Now it's wide open. All right? Let's meditate. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, personally to my teacher, Master Chokoksui Mahagujame, thank you for your immense blessings, in full faith, and so it is. All right? Tap your heart center with your left hand. Tap your crown with your right hand. Okay, open your head like this. We'll do meditation twin hearts. Beware of your heart and your hands. Flood the earth with so much love. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, faith, despair, hope. Where there's darkness, light, sadness, joy. Beware of your heart, beware of your hands. You say our hearts are one. May every person, every being on earth be blessed with peace, with love, with the spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and joy. So be it. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. Bless your family with beautiful pink light, your relatives and friends, people you work with, your city, your country, all the surrounding areas. Let the loving pink energy just fill the entire earth. May all be blessed with peace, with love, with the spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and joy. So be it. Now beware of your heart, inhale. Beware of your crown, exhale. Again, beware of your heart, inhale. Beware of your crown, exhale. And stay there. Imagine a beautiful stream of golden light from your crown flowing down through your hands to the entire earth. From the heart of God, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed without exception. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may all be blessed without exception, with peace, with love, with kindness, kindness to oneself and kindness to others. So be it. Can you feel your hands tingling a little bit? Can you feel your crown stretching? Just let the blessings flow through us. So be it. Now, beware of your heart and crown at the same time. Take a deep breath. Fill the earth with intense golden light. Again, beware of your heart and crown. Inhale. Flood the earth with intense golden light. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace and inner healing. And at this time, for many, physical and financial healing. Let all be blessed with understanding, with harmony, goodwill, and the will to do good. So be it. May every person, every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let all beings in every dimension, every direction above and below be blessed with God's unconditional, love and kindness. Kindness. Kindness to all. So be it. Kindness in thoughts, in words, and in actions towards all beings. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Now lower your hands on your lap. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Imagine a beautiful golden flame floating above your crown. Just be still. This golden flame is getting brighter and brighter. You're just looking at that beautiful golden flame. Now simultaneously from your heart, send a stream of beautiful, loving energy up from the heart to the throat, to the center of your head, past your head and into that golden light. And stay there. Just be still. Allow your entire attention and awareness to just simply melt into that golden light. And listen from within that light. You are the soul. You are a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine light, divine love, and divine power. That is your true nature. You are the I am within. Listen. Allow your awareness to literally dissolve into that golden light. Your consciousness is swimming in that golden light. Just be still and let go now. Let go. Gently, slowly, very gently and slowly, come back to your body. Gently move your fingers, move your toes, gently and slowly come back. You guys okay? Some of you might have noticed, how come the meditation feels deeper? You know why? Because the basic chakra could be, if it has a lot of limiting thoughts and beliefs, it's hard to also take off when you meditate. It holds you down. So when you clean the basic, some go, that's weird, that's supposed to be the upper chakras. Yeah, but you have to realize all your chakras are interconnected. So if you have a lot of blockages in your basic chakra, it also affects your meditation. Some of you have taken pranic healing. I'm going to share something with you. You remember what Master Cho used to say? The health of the upper chakras are also dependent on the health of the lower chakras, and vice versa. So the mistake a lot of people on the spiritual path do is they focus so much on the upper chakras, they don't realize in order for the upper chakras to really, really expand, it needs the help of the lower chakras. Same thing the other way around too. So all we did was work on the basic, and some of you go, wow, that was deep. Exactly. Now some of you have an aha moment. Okay, raise your hands. Let's release excess energy. Bless the earth with beautiful golden light. May all be blessed with peace, with love, with joy, with happiness, with goodwill, and the willingness to do good. So be it. Just bless the entire earth. Release excess energy our bodies cannot absorb. Blessings be to all. So be it. Now be aware of your feet, the base of your spine, and your hands. Bless the earth below us with golden light. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. May all be blessed with peace, love, and kindness. So be it. All right, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. To my beloved teacher, Master Tokok Sui Mahago Jamaling, thank you in full faith. And so it is. Okay, so I hope all of you are right. Again, you can redo this. We leave it up here so you can do it. So you cannot say, oh, I don't know, I have to pay for it. All of your excuses are gone. So all you gotta do is go, If you still can't do that, sad to say, you are not serious. Okay? But here's the best news. I shared this with someone before. Maybe this is an inspiration. Okay? One time I was working on this person. You heard this story before. He's like a private client who was doing basic healing on his basic chakra one night. And after pulling stuff out, his basic chakra went like, I don't know, 3-4 times larger. And I remember my teacher used to say, you know, before a person wins the lottery, their basic chakra expands. Before a person goes bankrupt, their basic chakra shrinks. It happens in the energy world first. So I go, whoa, I better tell this guy. So next day I told him what happened. He said, I don't know, whatever. And guess what? In less than a week, maybe 2 weeks the most, he worked for this big corporation. That company sold that division to another bigger corporation for $4 billion. He was one of the VPs. Each of the VPs got a severance pay of, let's just say, some number with 6 zeros behind it in dollars. In about a week to 2 weeks, plus a promotion when they moved to the other company. Just like that, boom, it manifested it. Of course, all that is already happening, right? In the inner world, it's already happening in negotiation, but with him, it manifests just like that. And we know people, same thing, they do prosperity healing, and somehow the opportunities open. Change your inner world, change your outer world. You don't change your inner world, the outer world will have a hard time giving what you want. That's that. All right, I apologize, we went way over time, this longer than I expected, but I hope you really benefit from it. Go to masterco.org. The ones who have not signed up yet for the free Prosperity Zen introductory class is still there. You know, we'll go in more detail. And the more time-sensitive one, in a week and a half, we're starting the 7-day purification before Wesak. And some people are asking, is it going to be the same one as last year? Okay, I'll be direct with you. If any of you ever attended my classes, has ever 2 same class have the same content? Never. You know why? Because you have different types of people. Between the first class and the next time I teach it, I've grown, I've learned. So whatever newest information I've learned, what's relevant, I share it with you guys. So I guarantee you, last year and this year, not the same. The core structure is the same, but the content is different. Okay? So I aim to blow your mind. That's basically what I do. So namaste everyone. You all take care. I wish you much happiness, abundance, and so much prosperity that you don't know what to do with it except to help people.